Hey guys, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. And the first card out is the Death card. Looks like something big that you're stepping into. That you've been stepping into. It looks like a change, looks like a transition that you are maybe nearly finished with at this point. It looks like something that's been happening for quite some time. I'm seeing you be close to sort of like closing a chapter here. Even close to accomplishing something or being able to actually enjoy it. Death card, 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. This feels like you've been working on like something differently or trying something new, or you did make a change, or you're like, you've been embracing some sort of transition. 8 of Pentacles would allude to this being like nearing the end of this. So it feels like you may find yourself like on the other side where it doesn't feel like you're transitioning so much anymore, and it feels like you've kind of gotten to somewhere. Gotten to a place that you've been trying to get to. Like something would be almost done. I'm not saying like this thing that you're doing is almost done, but the period where it feels like that in-between liminal space, that may be like nearing its end now at this point. Because to also see the 9 of Pentacles here too, this would be feeling like you can kind of put it in cruise. That you don't have to be working so hard to be like, what's going on here and there, and like tending to everything that's sort of shifting. It may feel like it's gonna like steady out a bit. I'm seeing this feel like a big deal in a good way, like in a happy way. Some of you have like friends or like some sort of community that's supporting this, or like close relationships. I'm seeing you even making plans here. It looks like it's connected with what you're going to continue doing and giving your energy to. I'm seeing you figuring out the next steps here. Yeah, it feels like going from one plot of land, getting the sea, and you're sort of like drifting over to this other plot of land that you're getting to, and you're like almost about to reach it. So it feels like you're almost about to be like established maybe, where again, there aren't all these like moving parts that had been there before. And I'm seeing you sort of like planning stuff out here with a lot of mindfulness. I'm seeing a lot of attentiveness that's being given to this, like what you're doing and what you're planning to do and where you're planning to go and take this, like decisions, all of that. But it feels more like, less like decisions, even though decisions can be included, and more like planning. This looks like it's associated with a new venture of yours. But soon, I'm getting that you're at a point where it may not feel like brand new anymore, where you kind of like feel like you know what you're doing, or you have a grip on things at least. Like it doesn't feel so unfamiliar anymore. It definitely feels like a personal venture of yours. Wanting to be connected to what it is that you're doing. And being in a spot where that's where your attention and your focus is. So it feels like this. There could have been something that you got to a point where you were like, I want to continue and see where things are going rather than stay stuck here. Because you could have felt like you needed to like keep moving, like something else maybe was calling to you. And I'm seeing that had been something that you were working on, like being in a space where you're like, okay, I'll surrender to what's going on. I want to flow with the energy, see what's happening, see what's like inspiring to me or moving me or calling to me, and like giving your full attention and commitment to that. Because I'm seeing you in a space where like you're really looking to connect. I'm also seeing the Two of Cups and the Magician here, which is like a desire to bring things together and for like unity and for there to be harmony and a feeling of like a desire to feel that wholeness rather than feeling the separateness. Yeah, it's like bonding or gluing that's happening. So this is like a recognition of something that you want to connect with. It can also be someone that you want to connect with. This would also feel like being on the same wave emotionally as well, or energetically to something. The Magician is about sort of like putting your solar plexus into something and making something happen. So I'm seeing you have like the pieces that you're working with, and now it's like, what are you going to do with those pieces? And I'm seeing there be an intention to be like working together and making something happen. So it's a plan that you're making with like something or someone that you're involved with. I'm seeing Scorpio. I'm also hearing Sagittarius, and I'm seeing Aquarius too. I'm seeing the moon, I'm seeing Mercury, and I'm seeing Pluto. Yeah, you've really been embracing the changes. I get the vibe that there was something that you felt. There had been something going on where you were like, I don't want my story to stop here. I want to keep going. And you could have needed to make some changes that were connected with that. Like maybe you're not going to be doing certain things anymore, or there was something that you're like, I enjoyed being a part of this, but it's like not for me anymore. I feel like I want to bring my attention somewhere else, you know, something of that nature. I get the vibe of you like not wanting to limit yourself, but in order to embrace this, you needed to be okay with the change. And this can feel very scary too, because it's like, what does this mean? Where are we going? Like, what am I growing into? You know, like what's happening as far as my evolution here? So this is embracing your evolution and starting something that feels intriguing to you and feels in alignment in a very genuine way. To have the Page of Wands and to have the Star, to have the Page of Wands and the Star, this is you doing something that feels it's like when you get to the core of you, like this stripped down aspect of like what you're genuinely connecting with. It's something that lights you up in that way. It's not for anybody else. It's for you, and it feels right to you, and you're connected with yourself enough to be able to feel that out. And that's sort of like the driving force. And I'm seeing like a lot of things that you've participated in over time that have felt right for you and that have like spoken to you and called to you. And I'm also seeing you making it your mission to not stop when you feel like your story continues. Like when you feel like there's another page to flip, I'm seeing you flipping it, you know, which may have taken a while for you to get to this place where you're like, okay, like a change is being asked of me. I'm going to roll with this and see where it goes. Because I'm seeing you know that you sort of have to, in a way, stay on your toes, only because like when we think about happiness, right? It's not just like a destination that you get to. It's like a byproduct of you making moves that feel fulfilling to you. And so you feel that joy and that fulfillment. But it's not like a stagnant process. It's not a stationary thing. It's connected with like the choices and the thoughts and the feelings that we have constantly. And so it's always being tended to, and I'm seeing you doing exactly that here. And so it looks like something else that you wanted to experience or connect with, like you're getting to this point where you're actually able to enjoy that. So it feels like making a move that maybe wasn't the easiest move for you to make. You could have been like saying goodbye to people or someone, or like somewhere that you were going before, something you were doing before, you know. But I get this vibe again, like my story doesn't end here, so I'm seeing you continuing. And now I'm seeing you be at a point like 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. This is you actually enjoying the connection that you were seeking out. So this is like you made the move and now you're in the process of actually being able to like sit back and relax and like cruise within this thing that you made the efforts to bring together and connect with. It does look like some letting go also has been happening within the process too. But this is really where you want to be. It feels like a moment where, one of many moments where you made a sacrifice, but you knew it was like the better thing to do, or like the more aligned thing for you to do, or that it would be like maybe a struggle now or difficult now because of the changes, but in the end it would be worth it to you. So you'll do what needs to be done now in order for like long-term happiness or long-term connection or something that's going to be more like gratifying for you. And so I'm seeing you be at that point where it's like you did the thing and now you're able to enjoy, like reap the benefits of that, of these decisions that you've been making and the intention. Because I'm seeing like these days you're really feeling things out and really listening to where you're being called as well, and opportunities just keep appearing now at this point. Like we have all in a row. We have the Star, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now I'm seeing the Ace of Wands. So this is like now on top of everything, you have another door that's opening for you. And I do keep seeing the 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this can be something that has like a social implication, or there can be somebody that you're going to be meeting or friends that you're going to be making, something that's shifting socially for you. Or that you're getting involved in. There can still be a part of you that at times is a bit resistant to the change and feeling like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm getting it's just that part of you that feels triggered at times. Okay. This is that part of you that wants to keep you safe. The last card of this spread is this, and this can be the conflict that we feel. You know, it's like the internal battle, the war in your mind, whatever it is, but it's something that needs to be worked out. And the 5 here is associated with change, and the first card in the spread is the Death card. So this is like, sometimes it can feel a bit tumultuous because you feel things like rumbling around because they're shifting into place. And I'm seeing that be associated with the transition that you're currently going through. And at times there can be like you doubting that or feeling insecure or uncomfortable or a little bit triggered. But it's just that part of you that may at times be uncomfortable with things changing. You know, that part of us that's like, I wish everything could stay the same, but then things change and you adjust to it and you're like, wow, I can't believe I wanted things to stay the same, you know? And I'm seeing most of all right now has been choosing to invest in the things that you want and the things that hold meaning to you, and communicating with yourself that like you're worth it and you're enough for that and that you deserve that, the things that you want, and for those things to come true and for you to make the effort to connect with those things. So yeah. Anything else? I'm seeing there be a plan that's being made that's connected with like what you're going to do about an opportunity that's in front of you or soon to be in front of you. There may also be, for those of you that are working with other people, There can be something going on where there's a difference of opinion or something like that. This can be somebody that's like in your inner circle, a co-worker, a partner, something like that, where there may again be a difference in opinion. But you may just be taking time to cool off from that. Maybe rather than going into it and feeling like you're hitting a wall, you could, I'm hearing, let something disintegrate. Maybe like lose its momentum. Yeah, what I'm getting is that I'm seeing there be space, but then I'm seeing there be a conversation again. So this can be like taking a break from talking to somebody or communicating, or like taking an hour to yourself, but then coming back to it and being like, okay, this is how I feel, you know, something like that. So I'm seeing this is what's happening. That can also be with yourself too. Like you're trying to work with yourself and make something happen, and you feel like there are these two different parts of yourself that are like conflicting at times. And I'm seeing just like letting it breathe for a minute and then coming back, it's going to like clarify what's going on, okay? And like what you actually want. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.